just want people to know. I don't mind, but people should know.
Okay, sure. Yes, please.
I think it's down in the main lobby.
Two, honey. Two, please. Yeah, the white things are black. She just told them to get along the black long dress. She told them to all get the same lace, but it's kind of weird. They're all wearing different
4 more minutes.
Oh, yeah. I wear black. It looked really pretty. So I did that. My baby did. I said people wear black or white. Yeah. She had vision, let me tell you.
Hello, Beth. Hi, Paul. Shabbat Shalom. Thanks for being here. We get close to the minion.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
One doesn't count. You don't know who counts and who doesn't necessarily. But yeah.
Who doesn't count?
One person.
Okay.
Me and Sarah.
Yeah, sing Shalom tonight. Salam Amidah, Shmini Atzeret.
Right.
All right.
Good question.
So we've got.
You know what it means from, and I'm going to explain that again. And sadly,
So did I.
So one person does 3 and 8.
But
So
it's just okay.
we need 2 more.
Well, no, because it doesn't have the women.
Oh, that didn't bother me as much as I feel like the translations are just reflective of the words. I like the way Rabbi just did it, but
Yeah, but he wrote that.
more of a translation is what we're reading.
Shabbat Shalom.
Yeah, he wrote the other one.
Mary, nice to meet you. Rabbi Mark.
The other. Yeah, you also saw it?
Yeah.
He didn't write the first, but he wrote all the commentaries.
Welcome.
No, I know that. He wrote the commentary.
And I gave the address of where we're going.
I don't know. Now, who gave it?
And it is a fun subject, like Rachel's.
It's Rabbi.
Assembly?
Not one, not two.
What's that?
Not one, not two.
Oh, Canadian?
Yeah.
Why?
You have to ask Rabbi, but it has something to do, I don't know.
We're going to see that.
And there's something, there's something.
We have.
And it sounds very Jewish, right?
Oh, we definitely have. So why are we still?
1 more minute.
Because we're
Because there's this, counting is a sin in a couple places in the Torah. Yeah, counting is there's a plague that happens as a result of King David counting. I forget what the other incident is. There's 2 incidents where they count. Exactly. Or that. I mean, that's one way. That's the but Hoshea et Amecha, Ubarach et Nachlatecha, Ureim v'Nasem ad ha'olam. No, it's just it's save us. It's a statement. It's save us, save your people. Why that one's used? There's one. Some people use the first verse of Matovu. No, Va'ani v'ro chastecha uvo veitecha v'shtacha el heichal kochecha v'yiratecha. Because that's what you say when you come into the synagogue. So those are the fun superstitions.
So I had my 4th surgery this week, so we can put me on the Mishnah.
Oh my goodness. Oh wait, my siddur has disappeared in Hebrew.
Oh no, somebody took it from me.
All right, so Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
And okay, we have to use the old Simcha Shalom prayer book because it is Shmini Atzeret. Shmini Atzeret tonight.
What does that mean?
Shmini Atzeret. Okay, funny you should ask. So Shmini Atzeret is a holiday. It means let the 8th day hang around a little longer.
Okay.
And it's the 8th day of Sukkot. Now, so why is that its own separate holiday and what do you get out of it? Well, tomorrow we'll do the prayer for rain.
Today's the 8th day of Sukkot.
Yeah, tonight.
So it
Starts it.
Oh, it starts at sunset
Yeah.
tonight. Oh, I thought it was ending tonight.
No, it starts tonight.
Okay.
It starts tonight. And so yeah, Shmini Atzeret starts tonight. it's its own separate festival, even though it's part of Sukkot.
Uh-huh.
It's Hook. The cool part is there's a prayer for rain, and then we start saying the prayer for rain between now and Passover. But there's a great midrash, which I'm going to explain with a modern tale. Okay, it's a midrash says it's God's special party, right? Everyone's all tired out from all the holidays, and you've done Sukkot, but like the really super faithful stay for the 8th day. Okay, so I really finally understood this at my college reunion, which I'm going to digress completely. I know I'm delaying the start of services, but this year is supposed to be my 35th year reunion. And you say, who has a 35th year reunion? Who goes to a 35th reunion? And I would say nobody, but I do, and a lot of my good friends do. And anyway, it's my college reunion. They build it around the Big Ten football schedule. I cleared the B'nai Mitzvah like 3 years in advance. It's the only way I can ever go to them.
Really?
But then they changed the schedule this year,
Oh.
and so then there was going to be a bye this weekend, and or not. I mean, yeah. So this wasn't going to be it, but turns out it is. It's Shmini Atzeres and Simchat Torah. Rabbis can't go, and they didn't seem to care. No, I mean, but anyway. So, but that's just
Rabbis and Orthodox.
and Orthodox. You know, they can go. They can go and they can walk to the reunion. They could go to Hillel for. Michael Simon was posting about how they're doing Shmini Atzeret there for alumni. Anyway, so but anyway, that's not the point. So the point is, so when I was at one of the reunions, I'm the first to come and the last to leave, and then you go to a bar with the like the 15 or 20 people who really still just can't say goodbye. I'm at the bar. And then it's like 2 a.m. and I'd never been there before. They yell, "Last call!" And then I understood that's what Shmini Atzeret is, right? The faithful who just want to stay. They don't want to leave the holiday. They don't want to leave God's presence. They don't want to leave the bar. They don't want to leave their friends. Whatever it is, it's last call. So tonight, tomorrow is last call.
Tomorrow night.
Well, tomorrow night, that's Simchat Torah. People want to go to that again, right? It's a different story. Anyway, we're using this book because it's Shmini Atzeret, and when we get to one prayer, you need the Shmini Atzeret stuff, which isn't in our regular Shabbat book. So, and although I wasted all that time, not a waste, just telling stories.
No.
Tonight we have, it's again, you skip Kabbalat Shabbat, so no Lecha Dodi, and I know that's a little bit sad, but so we begin with Mizmor Shir on page 266, page 266. Psalm for Shabbat. Now, if you want to use this book, of course, you can. It's on page, I think, 19 maybe?
What you looking for?
Is it 19, Mizmor Shir? Mizmor Shir Yom HaShabbat Tov Ve'odo Le'Adonai Ulezamer L'Shimcha Elyon Ulezamer L'Shimcha Elyon Le'Hagi B'Boker Chasecha Continue on our own, 266, 267. Tzadika tamar yifra ka'erez banon yizkeshetunim beveit Adonai v'chatro Eloheinu yafrihu Ogenun b'seha malach yod lavesh Adonai al zitazar, avtikon tevel bal timo, achon kisachar me'az nelamata, nasunerot Adonai, nasunerot kolam, yisunerot ogam. Kol mayim rabim adirim, mishpereya adir b'marom Adonai. Elotecha turn to the Baruch Hu, page 279. Please rise. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Adonai Mevorach le'olam va'ed. May be seated. Baruch et Adonai le'olam v'chalam. Asher bivaro bari baravim. Chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai, Amalari Baravim. Avat Olam, page 282. Avat Olam, Beit Yisrael. Page 284. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, b'chol levecha, u'b'chol nafshecha, u'b'chol me'odecha, ve'hayu advarim ha'ele, asher anochi metzavecha, hayom levavecha, v'shinontam levanecha, v'dibarta ba'am, v'shivtecha b'beitecha, u'lechtecha derech, u'v'shoklecha u'v'kumecha, u'kshartam le'od al yadecha, ve'hayu letotafo b'neinecha, u'ktavtam continue on our own, 286 through 287. תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים באלוהיכם, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אמת, אדוני אלוהיכם, אמת. Read a little bit from the English reading on page 289. In time to come, the mount of the Lord's temple shall stand firm above the mountains, towering above the hills, and all the nations shall turn their attention to it.
Many nations shall go there, saying, Come, let us enter the mount of the Lord, to the temple of the God of Jacob, and he may teach us his ways, that we may walk in his paths.
For instruction shall be coming from Zion, the word of the Lord from Jerusalem.
He will decide the disputes between nations, arbitrate the multitude of peoples.
They shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks.
Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, nor shall they experience war anymore.
Page 290. Malchut Obratzon Zohem, Moshe ben Israel, Chanashirah b'simcha rabah, ve'amru kulam. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh, Torah tehilot, o sefer. Yaakov, Gilad Chazak Mimenu, Baruch Atah Adonai, Gal Yisrael. Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom. Second line, or second to last line, 3 words in, the same words. Spread over us the sukkah of your peace. Ufos aleinu sukkot, sukkot, shomecha, uferos aleinu sukkot, sukkot. Please rise for Vishamru, page 294. Vishamru, Bnei Yisrael, et Hashama, Lasot et Hashama, leTorah berit olam. Bnei Yisrael, oti leolam, oti leolam, oti leolam. Vishamru, Bnei Yisrael, et Hashama, Lasot et Hashama, leTorah berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai, et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. Veshamru bnei Yisrael et hashama, lasot et hashama, leTorah berit olam. Uvayom hashvi shabbat vayinafash, shabbat vayinafash, shabbat vayinafash. Veshamru bnei Yisrael et hashama, lasot et hashama, leTorah berit olam. Vayedaber Moshe et Moadei Adonai el Bnei Yisrael. Chatzi Kaddish, page 294. And Julia, why don't you come up and join me? We'll lead it together. Okay. Bat mitzvah coming up.
Tomorrow?
No, she's 2 weeks from tomorrow. Next week we have Ben Fisher. The week after, Juliet will lead off her classes. But mitzvah, schedule. Yitgadol v'yitgadol Shemei Rabbah Yom Divrach Yerutei v'yamlech Malchutei V'chayechonu Yomecho Uv'chayecho Beit Yisrael Agala B'agala U'bizman Kariv V'imru Amen V'yishmei Rabbah Mevorach Le'olam le'omaya yitbarach. Barach, yishtabach. Bariku le'elam kovechata v'shirata
Tushbechata v'ne'emata damira me'olam. Amen.
Yeah, we're working on it. We're working on the volume. She knows her stuff. All right, page 304. Private Amidah for Festival Eid. This is why we're using this book tonight. Go ahead and read the words in whichever language you're most comfortable. 304 through 312, and you add anything in parentheses because that's for Shabbat, and where it says on Shmini Atzeret and on Simchat Torah. Shalem tonight, 316. Yikra Vikrash Shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Yamad Brachir Tevim Lich Malchutei B'Chayachon Yom Echad Echad Beit Yisrael. Agalav Izman Karivim Beru.
Amen.
Yesh Shemei Rabbah Mevorah. Leolam Olam Leomaya Yitzhara. Yibarach Vishtabach Yibar V'Ram V'Naseh V'Tadar V'Dalev V'Dalal Shmei Kudusha. Leolam Yikol B'Chatav V'Shiratat Shukatav Nechemata Tamiram V'Yamah Beru.
Amen.
Tikabot Sloton Voton the Chosho Kodama Vohondi Vishmaya V'Yimeru.
Amen.
Ishlam Rab Mit Shemaya V'Chaim El Nevoko Israel V'Yimeru.
Amen.
Oseh Shalom B'Mroma V'U Ya'aseh Shalom. Aleni V'El Kol Yisrael V'El Kol Yoshvei Tevel V'Yimeru.
Amen.
All right, our historical moment tonight. I wish that I could find a letter or documentation about this, but none exists. With Simchat Torah coming up, I wanted to tell you a little bit about our specific Sifrei Torah. We have no records of how we got them. None of the elders, because I asked this when I started, and there were many of them around, had any idea how we acquired any of them. So all I have is what a scribe determined from going through them, looking at the script, looking at the parchment. These are educated guesses by an expert who sees, hundreds, thousands of Sifrei Torah. And so I'm going to tell you a little bit about them in general. So, yeah, Tommy?
How many do we have?
We have 7, only 6 of which are kosher. What we call the baby is not kosher.
Because
It has too many things that are unfixable, too many smudges. It doesn't really have tears, but too many unreadable passages that can't be fixed. It's beyond repair.
why do you keep it?
Oh, because it's great for education.
Okay.
And like on Simchat Torah tomorrow night, we're going to unroll the whole Torah.
Yeah.
If it drops, it's not a kosher Torah. If it rips, it's not a kosher Torah. So it's great for that,
Okay.
and people can actually carry it. Yeah, Sky.
Did it become was it originally kosher and then it became unkosher?
Exactly.
When did the scribe come to do
He came about.
analysis?
Let's see. He came about 10 years ago.
To do some repairs, and at the same time he did these analyses.
Yeah, he was mostly doing the analyses because the repairs, he could do light repairs. I didn't want him to take the Torahs away to repair because he's on the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
And so the one that needed the most repair that was fixable, on my way to Camp Ramah in Los Angeles, I dropped off with a scribe there, picked it up after a week of camp. So,
Duffel bag.
yeah, they didn't need a duffel bag because I had the car then.
The trash bag.
But yeah, exactly, the whole black trash bag. This one was cool. So it's funny. So the unkosher one. How old do you think they are, in general? Or take a guess. Like, when do you think? What years would you guess they're from? 30s. Okay, excellent guess. Anything else?
1912.
40s
12s, 40s,
The
50s,
1800s.
1800s. So the only one that is from the 19th century is the Baby Torah.
Interesting.
Okay, so the Baby Torah is from. He just dates it 19th century, and it is likely Romanian. Now, why it's Romanian, he didn't really answer. He just says, this is the style of scribe, this is the parchment they use. Yes, we have 2 kinds of parchments, so I think they're all calf, because he calls them whitewash and calves. Okay, so whitewash means, it looks like paper. The other ones is a darker, softer. It says calf, but they're all probably calf skin. But I've seen deer skin Sifrei Torah, I've seen goat skin Sifrei Torah as well. The deer skin ones are very dark and very soft. But anyway, so that's what we have. So that's the oldest one. They range in size from, I assume these are millimeters, because they range in size from 275. It doesn't list, like that's got to be millimeters. Right? It can't be centimeters from height.
You said that's the oldest one?
Yeah,
The baby.
the baby one
From the 19th century.
from the 19th
How
century,
many millimeters in a centimeter?
The 1800s.
1800s.
How many millimeters in a centimeter?
10
Okay.
So that'd be 27.5 centimeters, would be like, that's like 12 inches.
for the baby.
That's like 12 inches.
Yeah, the baby is well, it's like
15 inches.
yeah, that's
Okay.
probably about right. So that's
Okay.
probably millimeters. The largest one is 615.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, the largest scroll.
But did you know the age of the other ones? Or did you-
Yeah, so yeah, let's do the age of the other ones. They range from, he gives a range of either 1900 to 1920, 1920 to 1940, and one is 1940 to 1960. And that one is from Israel. The
That's the
newest
newest
one is
one.
from Israel.
Cool.
And that's the one that we generally use. You'll generally see it with the gold yod attached to it. It's not actually gold, but the gold colored
So
yod.
the newest one is 63 years
Yeah.
old?
Oh yeah, or so. Could be older.
Yeah.
But done in Israel, from the style that I'm assume that's the most accurate one because that's the one you know the most about probably. Anyway, so 1940, 1960, it's gold. It's medium sized, and that's it's medium sized and medium weight. Okay, so then the main one we use, if you want to know, the main one is 465 millimeters tall. It's whitewash, and it's from 1920 to 1940, and it's Romania.
Whitewashing?
It means like it looks like white paper.
Oh,
It's been treated heavily, even though it's a natural kosher animal. And that's the main one we use. It's the lightest one other than the baby. And again, it's 1920, 1940. The best one in terms of its lettering, because all the others says calligraphy level, acceptable, 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 except one says good. And that's 1920, 1940 Romania, and it's the one we use in Minyan. But although he says good, I can tell you that it's harder to read than the one in the main sanctuary.
why?
It just is. The script is weird. It's a style
Does
described.
the good mean that it's more interesting, or just means just the quality?
Whatever he says,
The
quality.
darkness or-
Yeah, I think probably that. So he calls that good. And so a bunch are from Romania. How many are from Romania? So one from Israel, 4 from Romania, including the baby, 2 from Russia.
It's surprising them from Hungary.
Yeah. And yet, my guess, now, so look at that. My guess is they acquired them and bought them from a dealer or even a synagogue that was out of business that had them all from Romania. You know, he had them at the time. I've just got a whole bunch of Romanian, and that's probably what happened. But nobody knows. So all we know is what the historian / Sofer told us.
So the baby, was that the one that the little kids used to take photos with?
No, those are those are even smaller. Those aren't real Torahs. I mean, they are. They have the full text, but they're printed.
Okay. Because there's a photo of Morel when he was at the Gan
Yeah, totally.
in here, and
Yep.
it sounded like that size.
Yeah, no, it's like this. Yeah, it's like this
So to
size.
be kosher, a Torah has to be handwritten.
Yes,
Yeah.
It's handwritten. For those who don't know, a kosher Torah is handwritten by a scribe, 100%. They can't make a mistake. They make a mistake, they have to start all over on the page.
On that page.
The page is, like my arm's length and is sewn together.
Uh-huh.
And it takes about a year. And there's a scribe now on the top of Masada, which is the oddest thing.
Yeah,
But-
that is.
That's
There.
where he wanted to do it.
That's where he wants
God
to
calls
be.
him in.
We had in San Francisco, there was a female scribe at the Contemporary Jewish Museum who you could watch write it.
Oh, I remember.
It took her a lot more than a year because she had to stop and explain stuff and in a glass cage
How
basically.
many did she write?
Hmm?
How many did
Just
she
one.
write? Just one.
Just one. And
That we know of.
they're valued very low to me. I don't know if that's the insurance value. That's all you can get. Like they're valued the top one is valued at $11,000. The cheapest one is valued at $7,000
It took a year to write, and it's worth $7,000.
because of its age and need to repair.
This
But I promise.
Inflation.
Yeah. First of all, there's no way you can get a Torah for that little.
Yeah.
I mean, at least it's going to cost $25,000 for the lowest quality one.
Mhm.
So they have to be worth at least that.
Yeah, so I
don't spend that.
yeah, so I don't know. I don't understand why you value them so low, but whatever.
Maybe we should reevaluate.
Yeah, we probably should.
Yeah, you scribe
The
it.
insurance wouldn't give them.
We'd have to save enough, you know, in the scribe we'll charge student notes, but whatever. We'll get them looked at again at some point. I don't like to do it too often, mostly because I'm afraid of what they might find.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, I don't know, you were saying like the main one, it seems like on Shabbat's like we use like different ones for different books and stuff. Is that
So the main one, which is on a so one other thing you should know about the Torah is, so when we got the new covers, I gave the artist instructions to make everyone representative of a book, and so the main one is the one that looks like the creation, and that's the one that we use throughout the year. But if there's a holiday, we will use one of the other ones that's in, like, so if the reading's in Exodus, we'll use the one that has the 10 Commandments on it, because that's where Exodus 1 is. If we read, so this tomorrow, Shmini Atzeret, we read from Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy I have Jerusalem, because they're like kind of looking toward the future. Numbers, we have people wandering through the desert. That's the one that has the golden yod, and every time there's additional Torah reading, that's the one we use.
That's what the covers look like.
Yeah, exactly. The cover uses it. Leviticus has the priestly breastplate on it, and that's what we used last Saturday for the first day of Sukkot. So there's this whole methodology that.
Did you let them help design that, or tell them?
Yeah, she totally came. It was my idea, but she came up with every design. Like I wanted to look like Leviticus, and the artist whose name I am not remembering is a Rebbitzin from New Jersey, and I'm sorry I cannot remember her name at the moment, but I love what she did. First of all, I like the beauty of it. I like the color scheme of it, which matched the old carpet that was in there for like 2 years. But that's a whole nother story, another piece of history. But she was so, she was so knowledgeable and such an artist that she took, what does this biblical book mean to you? What's an artistic representation of it? And I thought she did a fabulous job representing the book. So, and then I've tried to get yods to match the theme, but it's hard. There's a creation yod, you'll see. The golden yod is the Numbers book, and that's a gift from the Kessler's who bought it in Morocco. That one doesn't match, but it's like, well, it kind of does, because that yod, I know this is, I'm talking way too much, but it's, hopefully you're finding it interesting. It opens up. There's a little pocket in it, I think.
There's a yacht on the piano.
Yeah, it's not that one. Hang on just a second. Sorry, you have to stand up for a moment. Oh wait, it's not in here, it's in there. So. Yeah, anyway, so it's the golden yacht, it opens up, it has a little compartment, it opens up, and why does it open up? You actually are supposed to put incense in there. And this is apparently a custom that some Moroccan Jewish communities use. And therefore, it's representative of the book of Numbers. That's where we do the additional Torah reading from on the holidays, which is about the additional offerings to be brought on the holidays. So it goes. And the Leviticus one actually has the same breastplate that's on the cover is on the yacht. I could easily get a Jerusalem one, an Exodus one. I've been trying to find one. If anyone sees one with the 10 Commandments, like somehow on it, let me know. The yacht. We want it. Yeah, believe me, there's things I do at 11:30 at night when I don't feel like going to bed.
Your Instagram ads are very different.
Yeah, Instagram. Yeah, it's unbelievable how much my Instagram is pure Orthodox. I don't know. Instagram and Facebook are not connected for whatever reason, because Facebook is all soccer stuff, and Instagram is all Torah stuff, and and weird Jewish dances, and that's my reels. Anyway, too much information. Okay, so that's it for now. A little delving into the history of our Sifrei Torah. Next week we'll probably get back to the actual letters. Okay, Kiddush. Baruch T'yeh, please rise. And Paul, you want to lead us in Kiddush?
Yeah.
So why are we doing this in the?
Quick question.
In the Sukkah, because it's its own holiday, and you're not you can, but you're not really supposed to observe Sukkah customs.
Where we're doing this here?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just ask. So here's the Kiddush.
Kiddush for festivals.
It says Saturday night omit on the last 2 nights of Pesach. So we say Shehecheyanu time?
Yeah, because Shmini Atzeret is its own holiday.
When Kiddush is standing in the Sukkah, so we omit that.
Don't do that.
Okay.
So it's optional, but not encouraged.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'am v'romamanu mikol hashon v'kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'titan lanu Adonai Eloheinu b'yahava Shabbatot limnucha u'moadim l'simcha chagim u'zmanim l'sason et yom ha'shabbat hazeh ואת יום השמיני חג העצרת הזה, זמן שמחתנו באהבה מקרא קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים, כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, בשבת ומועדי קודשך, באהבה וברצון, בשמחה ובששון הנחלתנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, מקדש השבת בישראל והזמנים.
Amen.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
If you are with children or anyone else who feel comfortable enough blessing, we say, Yisimech Elohim Kesari V'Harach Avaleah, Yisimcha Elohim K'Ephraim V'Shim Menashe, Yivarecha Adonai V'Yishmerecha, Yair Adonai V'Lecha B'Chunecha, Yisah Adonai V'Averecha V'Yasedecha Shalom. May God bless you and keep you. May God's face shine upon you, be gracious unto you. May God lift the divine face toward you and grant you peace.
Amen.
Remain standing for our Alleluia 320. Alleluia.
לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שבנותי שמיים ויוצר הארץ ומשה יקרו בשמיים ממעל ושכינתו זו בגבי מרומים הוא אלוהינו Elohim אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו קראתו בתורתו וידעת היום בהשאותיו אל לבבך כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל ועל הארץ מתחת אינו.
בתורתך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו seated as we lovingly recall the memory of our departed relatives and friends as your service we observe during the coming week. Sorry, one more story. I should have brought it for history, but I'll do it in Purim instead. My Aunt Blossom Goldfarb is on this list. It's my mom's sister. And I just realized this now. I was looking through some files for a Torah dedication or something, which I couldn't find. But what I did find is a picture that I misplaced 15 years ago. And this picture was given to me by a congregant named Welch Warren. That was given to him by a friend. It has Blossom's husband, Jack, on the steps of Temple Beth Abraham. They lived in Oakland for like a year and a half, dressed as Moses on Purim with like 40 other kids, and it's just awesome. And then I found my Uncle Jack's photo. He died when I was 8, and during Blossom's yard site. So pretty cool.
Wait, your aunt lived here too?
What, my uncle? Yeah, my aunt, no, they weren't. This is my uncle when he was 8. So
your uncle was 8.
my uncle was 8.
Probably not married yet.
They're definitely not married. So he was Moses. His Zipporah had not come into his life yet. But yeah, so he was 8. We had no idea he had any connection to Oakland. So very bizarre thing. Anyway, we're thinking especially tonight of David Belzer, Aaron Berkowitz, Seymour Cy Cernitz, Dr. James Cohen, Hyman Cohen, Sarah DeVoren, Emmanuel Diamant, Blossom Goldfarb, Sadie Goodman, Linda Gordon, Hy Gottner, Sidney Samuel Hertz, Bernard Stewart Herodes, Louis Huberman, Isaac Kessler, Susan Ames Klinger, Udal Kontrovich, Howard Kratchman, Fanny Landy, Nathan Levine, Victor Mendelson, Joseph Novak, Betty Paul Katz, Abraham Rabinowitz, Donald Rapson, Daniela Rath, Miriam Kestenblatt Renner, Ben Rust, Fanny Sussman, Roy Taylor, Abraham Weisbrod, and in recent days remember Brian Leonard Perdue and Monique Joseph, and just this week, Arlene Miller, the mother of Peter Miller, our treasurer and good friend to many here. She passed away in her 90s, very vibrant, all the way until really the last few weeks of her life. Peter is likely watching, and Beth, so our thoughts are definitely with you, Peter, and may her memory be a blessing. We ask all those who are in mourning or observing Yortzeit, anyone else who wishes to rise for the mourner's Kaddish on page 324. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah v'yalma divrach yerutei v'yamrit malchutei v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayechol beit Yisrael v'gala v'zman kari v'yimru v'hei shemei Rabbah mivorach v'elam me'ol maya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitbahar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudsha barichu la'elam min kol berchata v'shirata Tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imramav buyaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Zichronam livracha. May the memory of the people you've come to say Kaddish for be blessed always. Amen. All right, so a few announcements. Tomorrow services are at 9:30. Shmini Atzer. You get the prayer for rain. You get the reading from Kohelet, Ecclesiastes, Hallel, Yizkor. A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff.
Long, sir.
It's long, but we'll make sure it's not too long.
Okay.
Okay, so which means I'll go really fast, which means that's even really faster than I normally do. So that's tomorrow. Tomorrow night, Simchat Torah, 6:15, main sanctuary, the huge party afterwards. There's going to be a DJ. There's also going to be the regular. Yep. It's going to be regular Israeli dancing too.
It's 6:15, not 6.
Yeah, I know there's some stuff that says 6.
Yeah.
But it's really 6:15.
Okay.
So I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
It's a 6:15, and then Sunday morning at 9:30 is our daytime Simchat Torah services, which are usually underwhelmingly attended. If you can go, we'd love it.
Okay.
Torah study restarts on Wednesday at the Paulista Cafe, 9 a.m. No previous knowledge required. Adult Ed with Nitzia Shaked starts or continues, I'm not sure, on Sunday, October 15th, When Bad Things Happen to Good People. A week from Saturday, October 21st, Bar Mitzvah of Ben Fisher. A week after that, Bar Mitzvah of Juliet Ennesis.
Right.
Very exciting stuff happening. A couple of first-timers. Okay. We have Kate, who happens to be a third-year law student at Berkeley, Jordan, but I don't think you guys necessarily know each other, but you may have had classes together. It's possible. And remind me of your name again? Eric. And Eric, who went to Berkeley, and did you grow up in the Bay Area or no?
East Coast.
East Coast. Welcome. Great to have you here. And I think that's it. Nope. Nobody famous died this week in the music world, so
That we know of.
that we know.
We know of. Yes.
So we're just going to sing very short, V'samachta b'chagecha v'ayit, which is, you shall rejoice in your festivals. V'samachta b'chagecha v'ayit ach sameach ושמחת בחגיך, והיית אך שמח. יא לי לי לי, יא לי 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 לי, יא לי 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 לי. יא לי לי לי, יא לי 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 לי. ושמחת בחגיך, והיית אך שמח. ושמחת בחגיך, והיית אך שמח. שבת שלום.